Hello there, fellow classmates. My name is Marcia Destin, and I am going to introduce myself to a former employer as a potential candidate as a trauma nurse with my experience and goals I have set forth. Now, I will be graduating Santa Fe Community College in fall of 2016 with my AS degree, and I will be going back to Santa Fe College in the spring of 2017 to enroll into the nursing program to pursue my dreams. I have always dreamed about being a trauma nurse because I am very quick on my feet and I love being in a fast-paced environment. As stated in an article called How to Become a Trauma Nurse, states that trauma nurses are especially trained in life-saving techniques and skills that are to be used during emergency situations. Not anyone can take on such a huge responsibility. As a child, I always thought I could cure the world, so I would play nurse with my mom whenever she got sick. No matter what may happen, I always told her everything will be okay, and as long as I'm here, you're safe. Although I wanted to be a doctor, as I got older, I noticed they spent little time with their patients. Should you go to medical school or nursing school, states that nurses work more closely with patients and play an important role in educating patients and families about their illness and best ways in which to manage them. Being a preschool teacher helps me out a lot in the field because I care for the well-being in others, and I always tell my children how to remain healthy and to make sure they wash their hands every time they touch something around the school or classroom. Washing your hands can honestly prevent you from being sick no matter what, because you use your hands for everything, especially when you touch your eye or your mouth, and when you touching your food to eat. So therefore, most of your germs come from your fingers. So that's always the best way to stay healthy and not be sick or anything like that. I also realize doctors and nurses are the same. They just play two completely different roles. The only thing that separates a doctor from nurses, article states that the ultimate responsibility of one can write prescriptions while the other gives the medicine of the doctor's orders. If one do not follow what the doctor states or put down, then you can be in jeopardy of endangering someone else's life. So you have to be quick on your feet, ready to hear, because doctors come and go as fast as they can see you. Which also brings me back to me being a preschool teacher at OTB Kids College. My class has to listen and obey my rules, and they must follow them accordingly to make sure they make no mistakes. They need to make sure that if I say have a seat, because I need to be able to see everyone no matter what may happen. Simply because if something was to go wrong, they all would be looking for me to help them, and I would be expecting for my whole classroom to be there ready to go, especially if we had like a fire alarm drill. As stated in the article, what does trauma nurses do? It states that the life of a trauma nurse can be nerve-wracking and chaotic. Everyone can't deal with being under pressure, especially in a consistent environment, just like everyone can't handle being a preschool teacher and dealing with toddlers all day. Every time I tell someone I am a preschool teacher, they say, you're extremely patient and you're good. You're very good at what you do. Just like if someone say, I'm a nurse, everyone can't take on that responsibility of taking care of someone else or being a guardian to someone else when nobody else is there, simply because it is a huge responsibility that you are taking forth, and everyone expects you to do your job well. And I know plenty of people that cannot deal with children that won't even stand the sight of them, the same way people won't deal with being with somebody sick in the hospital. 15 things every nursing student needs to know. And rule number 8 states that if bodily fluids make you queasy, nursing school isn't for you. Not everyone can deal with a sick patient, and you must have an extremely strong stomach to deal with this. If you cannot deal with this, then honestly, this is honestly not the best field for you, simply because if a child gets sick and start throwing up everywhere, you need to be able to handle yourself and make sure you don't throw up, because I know plenty of people that throw up when somebody else throw up. So if this is not for you, then nursing school is not the time to figure this out. Here is my note card, and have a good one.